Hey team, so Friday is here and we've got a cool little workout for us today. A bit of a longer side, but more of a sort of steady kind of almost kind of grinder sort of workout where we're looking at developing some skills. So what we've got for time, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 6 of our wall walks. In between those, you're gonna do 50 double unders and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 sit-ups. So a lot of numbers there, but each round will basically, you're gonna do 1 wall walk, 50 double unders, 10 sit-ups, 2 walks, 50 double unders, 20 sit-ups, 3, 50, 30, 4, 50, 40, 5, 50, 50, and then a final round of 6, 50, 60, okay? So that's how it's gonna work. Now, we've put a 25-minute time cap on this one today because, like I said, we're expecting us to work through for a decent amount of time, but we don't want to make ourselves rush to try and finish and then lose our quality of movement, okay? Like those wall walks are pretty high skill, obviously going inverted, take a lot of sort of shoulder endurance and kind of core strength, which are obviously going to get fatigued by those double unders and sit-ups. So we don't want the amount of time spent doing them to directly affect the quality of that thing, okay? So the idea of that time cap is just to make sure that we're not working for too long, so that we then end up possibly failing reps and potentially hurting ourselves, that kind of thing. So yeah, obviously scaling wise, let's talk about that. Wall walks, like I said, they are a tough movement, okay? So if we're not confident going all the way up to the wall, that is absolutely fine. What we can do instead is obviously use a box. So feet go on the box, we walk our hands up to still that stacked position, so hips over hands, and then obviously walk ourselves back out, okay? That would obviously be enough for the same sort of thing as our wall walk. If you do find those easy but don't like going up against the wall, then obviously you can do kind of double reps of that. That would actually be fine. Another one though is obviously just doing a walkout. So instead of your feet on a box, you would just have your feet on the floor and you would walk your hands out to a sort of plank position and then go through a push-up and then walk yourself back in as well, okay? 50 double unders, obviously if we haven't quite got a double unders, then a minute practice I think is a perfect day to practice because like I said, the idea is that we're trying to develop our skills. So yeah, spend a minute practicing, just accumulating as many as you can. Obviously if you get to 48 double unders in a minute, carry on to 50, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, that minute should just give us a nice little cap. And then sit-ups, most of us should be able to move through those sit-ups. If needed, we may need to reduce the total volume. So a good way of doing that is just doing half each time. So rather than going 10, 20, 30, 40, etc., you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. All right? So, like I said, should be good. Work for around about sort of 25 minutes. Hopefully, a lot of us will be able to still finish around the sort of 20-ish minute mark. But that 25 is kind of that upper limit. After we've done that then, we're going to look at some front squat sort of prep kind of practice sort of work, thinking about our cleans as well, like how that can carry over into our weightlifting. So we're going to get just 3 sets, obviously for quality, no sort of time limit on this. We're going to get 30 seconds of a banded front rack stretch first, so take the band around the rig and then just help pull our elbow up, just practicing that front rack position. We're then going to get into 5 paused front squats. That's just with the empty bar, and that's going to be a 5-second pause in those. Okay, so again, just developing that position, holding a nice active position at the bottom. Obviously, should be pretty happy with those since we've done loads of paused squats with heavy loads. Like I said, it's just working those positions, and then finishing off with 30 seconds of our lying T-spine rotation. So some of you might have kind of this as open the book stretch, but just opening up our thoracic spine, so that mid-back. Which obviously helps us get into extension, which helps us move into this good front squat position. So that is our session for today. It should be a good Friday, like I said, helping us develop all those skills, which is what's necessary for athletic development. Okay, hope you enjoy it, hope you had a great week, and hope you enjoy the weekend.